I'm Paula and I come from a family where a lot of people have hearing problems, what they call early onset age-related deafness. My turn came when I was in my 50s, and it became most obvious to me when I was teaching. And I started noticing that I was having trouble hearing what the students were asking me. So I bought these hearing aids, which cost me $10,000, and they were awful. They were terrible. They broke down all the time, they didn't work, they were frightfully uncomfortable. And Paul and I have got this coffee machine that grinds coffee beans. And with these hearing aids, if I was in the kitchen when he was making a cup of coffee and the coffee beans were grinding, I had to go out because it was so loud that it was like being beaten over the head with a hammer. This just went on, and my hearing aids ended up in what's called in the drawer. This is so common that it's actually known by a three-letter acronym, ITD. And my hearing aids ended up ITD. So I thought, well, obviously that's it for me. I'll just have to manage. I got more and more frustrated, and eventually one day Paul said to me, do you know there's an Australian company called Blamey Saunders Hears, and they make hearing aids, and you can set them over the web. And I thought, oh, that's cool. And he said, look, the prices are much better too. I could do a test over the internet, so I did this hearing test, and I got a set of SIE 64s, which at the time was their top of the line. And I have loved them. They are great. I mean, so much so that I nearly got into the shower wearing them about 3 times. I mean, that's how comfortable they are. I can't tell if I'm wearing them or not. The compression algorithm is so effective that if I'm standing next to the famous coffee machine, I can carry on a normal conversation. So it's really working for me. I can give a lecture, I can hear what people are asking me. So they have standard programs like Noisy and like music and so on, or they'll create you a custom program and you can run 4 programs on the hearing aids, which is really marvelous. So people can set them up just the way they want for themselves. What else is great about the way Blamey Saunders Hears works is that I can communicate with them by email, by text or by phone. And for somebody like me who lives out in the middle of nowhere, the difference is incredible, because whereas before with the first set of hearing aids, every time I wanted anything done I had to drive into Hobart, which is 65 kilometres away, so it's a 130 kilometre round trip. Now, if I want to do an adjustment, there's a little gadget called I Hear You. I'm going to sit down at my computer, I just attach the little cables to the back of my hearing aids, fire up the Incus device, and away I go. So it's easy to do. So it's been hugely successful. I am totally satisfied, both with the hearing aids I've got and with the service I have been getting from Blamey Saunders. I can pop my headset over my hearing aids, I can do my video conferencing, I can hear people at the other end really clearly. I couldn't do any of that without the hearing aids that I have. And from where I am, if I had any of the standard brands that don't have teleaudiology, I don't know how I would function. I don't know that I could do what I do if I didn't have teleaudiology.